Lee, I will see you in 4 weeks. How is that number so small? So, Lee, I know that you know, but this last Friday was the 4th of July. Well, everywhere in the world, but in America, it was Independence Day. And thinking about that and then thinking about making this video got me thinking about perception and how that's a very strange thing. So in the grand scheme of things, America is still relatively a very young baby country. And so when you sit down to take an American history class, it's not the same thing as sitting down to take like a Chinese history class, and that we don't have thousands and thousands of years of history to get through in a semester. We've got, if you start with Columbus, maybe 700 years. Even despite having not very much history to go through, we generally only get to the Industrial Revolution, which is the late 1800s. So from like 1600 to 1900, that's only 300 years of history. So you've got the Pilgrims, you've got the colonists, they're doing their own thing for a good, 100 years, like 1600 to like 1700, and then all of a sudden England is like, no, we're going to tax you, and we're going to take your goods, and we're going to pass laws, but we're not going to let you be a part in them. We're not going to let you say what happens to you. We're just going to do it, and you have to live by it because you are colonies of England, even though they had just left us alone for like 150 years, and then all of a sudden, no, we're the boss of you, and we'll tell you why. And so being the like whiny, rebellious teenagers that we were, we pitched a fit and said, oh, let me just show you if you can be the boss of me. And so then we had a great big giant war. I've been around John Green long enough to know that the truth resists simplicity, and I'm sure that there is much more reasons there. I know that there are a lot more reasons for the things that happened. Now, I find all of this interesting, and also history probably doesn't help. If we had lost the American Revolution, I'm sure that the story would not be told in the same way that it is today, because we didn't lose, we won, and then ha, yay, they're not rebels, they're revolutionaries. They're not, like traitors. They're, I don't know, yes, that. I think we tell that story very differently than we would if it had gone the other direction. So I'm just curious, what do you learn about the American Revolution, and how does that play into your perception of what happened during that time? And then also, fun fact, I found an American or U.S. citizenship test that I took, and I got 47 out of 50. One, because I clicked the wrong answer, so I really should have only missed 2, but I didn't read the question very carefully. It was who is the current president? And I was like, Barack Obama, but it was really who is the current vice president, so I missed that one. But I also found sort of a British citizen test, but it's only 10 questions long, which seems kind of cheating, so I need more of them. But of the 10 questions, I managed to answer 6 correctly. I think I only knew like 3 of them, and then I have test taking skills, so I managed to scrounge a little better than half, but I'm just very curious. So those are my 3 questions for this video. Is what is your perception of the American Revolution, and how do they approach that in the context of history classes when you're growing up in school? How did you do on the American citizenship test, and how did you do on the British citizenship test? If you happen to find a more in-depth British citizen test, I would be interested in that. DFTBA, Lee, I'll see you, I almost said on Friday, but I meant Monday. Sometimes I just get going and just the words happen, and then all of a sudden I'm like, no, that's not how this works anymore. Okay, bye.